What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm joined by Todd Young, Kingdom Invitational. This is what we're doing here at TaylorMade this week. We've got the putting green corner to ourselves. Todd's been hitting some putts. This is your gamer, Todd. Tell us a bit about this.
Scotty camera that I had for a while. Had a little customization done with the purple. And talking to you, you think this might be a little bit better for me.
Yeah, what made you pick this? I mean, it's a beautiful putter, it's a blade. We went through yesterday talking about if you strike it away from the center, just how much this technology moves. Right. But there was also a loft thing as well. Why do you think we came into going into the Spider?
I think once you looked at it, once the ball came off the face, it kind of jumped a little bit before it started rolling, and with this one, it seemed to roll right off the bat,
yeah,
which is something that you would like.
As I was explaining yesterday to Todd, when we look at this and you put them down on the profile next to each other, just the front to back mass versus the front to back mass of the Spider, the center of gravity is deeper. So I can get you in this with less loft,
right.
Okay? Now, a follow-up to that, we've gone a hair more upright, because I wanted you to get a bit closer to the golf ball. I'm allowing you can grip it down a little if you want to,
okay.
But if you set up to one for me, now this is a straight putt. When I look at you, one of the things I saw in your stroke, and if you're out there doing a fitting, I've got some tools today to follow up from yesterday that I wanted to go through, so give it a hit. Perfect, in the right half. So whenever you're going to do this, anyone fitting out there, we're probably at 14 feet here. Start off with the level app on a phone and just check. Look, you can get into it if you want and do the aim point. I love that. And obviously close your eyes, get a feel for what you think this putt is doing. But if you measure on the level app at various points, then you're going to get a feel. This is down one, so the slope is down a little bit, downhill. And then I come nearer to the ball, it'll have less impact because you're gonna hit it with more speed, down one. And then we know around the hole, which is where it'll have most impact, the screen goes green, it's on zero. Okay. This is crucial for what I'm about to go through with you. Anyone at home can do this. All this stuff that I've got here, nothing is crazy, it's just stuff I've picked up over the years. So you start off, you've hit a putt for me, you've got a feel for it, we know it's a straight putt. Keep in mind PGA Tour averages, we've covered that before on the channel. We're at 14 feet, you're not gonna make every one of these. Right. But what I wanna do with you, I'm gonna line that straight up into the middle of the hole, and I would do this for anyone out there that I'm suggesting goes for a fitting. So you can do it out on the green, perfect. Now we've got our sight line. Let's take the stripe golf ball rather than the regular ball. Stripe is brilliant for putter fitting as well. I'm gonna bring you a little closer, probably 12 feet now. Put that down there, and I'm gonna start by allowing you just to hit a couple of putts and get used to now the visual of seeing that chalk line on the green with the stripe. Well lined up, that's good. Boom, don't need to see any more, very good. Adding stuff in. If you look at your stroke, we talked about it yesterday, coming outside the line.
Yeah.
I had this at home from a mate of mine, Phil Kenyon. It's his template. You can see it all over Phil's Instagram stuff. They make them for the righty and for the lefty. This is on a one curve, okay? So the curves change. Now, you need, when you go through this drill, it's almost like I was prepared, a small army of tees. And you see how the tees are curving in. Now it's only on a one arc, it's not any more than that. Take our stripe, now go for it, and let's see your backstroke and how it feels with these tees. This is all just to work on path. Because the fitting and the loft and the lie, I've checked on the roll, but now what I want is you just to work on path, good stroke. So I think when anyone out there is doing a putter fitting, having these tools around is going to be very helpful. Now keep the putter lower to the ground. Good. And just feed the confidence. If you can keep the putter as low as possible. Good, how's that feel?
Good.
Now,
visually it's, you know, looks like
it's a help, right?
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do, and there's a reason I put all the holes in, I'm going to remove, and you do it slower in a fitting, remove the template, add the pegs. Now I'm actually going to get a little more aggressive on this peg and this peg. Put those two back in. Again, it's just working the stroke, having the confidence as a fitter, and I'm also going to extend this a little bit. Did you hear the sound of that one?
Yeah.
That sounded better.
Solid.
That was exactly solid. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Solid. So this would be a drill for you, and realistically all we've got is the tees down. You see it from this angle as a fitter. Stripe is indicating that the roll is perfect. You haven't missed one yet.
No.
Now, what this also tells us is it's good mental, because you're being strong about the target. Right. Gates can be challenging. I'm not going to go with the tour level one. I'm going to go with number 1. Don't put it too far out, because once the ball gets past kind of this area, we only want our start, and this would be the final test. Once you've checked the roll, you've seen the ball going end over end, another great place, and that's just fantastic.
A lot better than yesterday.
A lot better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and we didn't capture it, but that's why I brought these training aids today, you would literally have hit these pegs.
Yes.
So what did you do to go and fix that? Mentally had a sit down and a chat with yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But you know how good this is? Because now you can see, and I see your line's been aligned up perfectly.
Right.
Yesterday you were getting a bit off with the alignment.
Right.
Which is why it's crucial that you have these calibration points. But when you set them up, you must put the phone down with the leveler, because if you get the putt wrong, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Go again. The stripe is a big help for you, I think, as well.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Face overrules path. You're returning the face in a good position. You've done your buddies proud that are watching this video back in Northern Cal. You haven't missed one yet?
No.
We might just go until you do.
I
If
should
it
probably
happens.
stop.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I should probably stop.
He's saying I should probably stop, bless him. Fantastic. And there you go. And then what I would do in a putter fitting from here, the next step, we'd talk about green reading, remove all the apparatus, and then go back into reading the green. But you've got to a point with the putter, the setup of the hosel, the fact that it's more stable, we've now got to a point with this, having that alignment on the top to then have the golf ball come down, and you match up the true path and the stripe. And I think that combined with the line, I mean, this is not easy. You've made this look very easy. Very easy.
You made it look easy for me.
Great job. But that would be what I would look for. That is the advantages of this. I mean, look, we can talk about the blade, but if you go into it, it's just not as, there's not as much real estate on top to get into this pattern. I mean, that is night and day. So fantastic job. Any fitters out there, anyone wanting to dial their putter in, go through the Loft and Lie check. Make sure your player has their eyes in the position that suits them. It's not always over the golf ball. Remember, I spoke about at the top of this video about we could go a little shorter if needed. I'm not going to do that now based on the success of this. And you must calibrate every time you go to the putting green. That's the other thing. The tour players are calibrating on this all the time. So do the same. Putting success rate from here, that's better than a PGA Tour player. You've not missed. So that's 100%. That's not what the averages are. So great job. But now the confidence is there to go out and hit some good putts. If you want to check anything out, dive in the comments. If you're Todd's mate and you want to get after him, dive in the comments. I'll defend him. He's done a great job. This has been brilliant. I think you've come on a long way.
Thanks.
Looking forward to seeing you play well this weekend.
Thank you.